Right, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Division 2 of F1 Total. I'm here now. I haven't died, I don't think. The stream's a bit late because just as we were loading in, the smoke alarm went off. Not exactly sure why, but I don't think there's a fire, so we're going with it. Just shows how committed we are to Division 2. So, yeah, now we're just at the end of the outlaps already because, you know, takes some just making sure nothing's burning down, but D-Stream's just coming into turn 1 and is the first driver to start a lap. And yeah, there's still 15 odd minutes of qualifying, not missed anything really. No, just missed a bit of the outlaps. Yeah. I was bored in the midsection. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Discord just isn't picking up audio.
I think he needs more than that.
Yeah, probably. Like most drivers that... Sorry, I just didn't have Discord audio on at all, so that's fine. So I think it's fine now, so like they didn't hear the entire like last minute of what you were saying, but you...
Ah, beautiful.
Nothing too important, it's just saying, yeah, like... It... I mean, after the pit stops, it was definitely... The gaps opened up massively because the undercut was strong, and it just meant that the field got so spread out. D-Stream there with a 32.2. As the first lap, we see in qualifying, Flavors is just crossing the line. He's on an... Oh, he's just finishing his outlap. Then it's a white car, don't know which one, because they all look the same on the thing.
I'll be hella high, I think.
Aston Martin now of Berman does go fastest with a 131.8. Then it's the Red Bull next of Kuko. I think he's just finished and had an invalid lap. Hella high with a 32.9. Pub Dog's done a 32.5. Then it's the other Aston of Moorbach crossing the line. He invalidated and is going again. Gabri's done a 32.0 to go 2/10 off the provisional pole time. Then it's the Audi of Viral just starting a lap. And then we got a decent, just a big old gap. Scooby-Doo there in the Alpine, he's just on an out lap. Then there's Codematic also on an out. And then it's back to Flavors, who's now on his lap. And coming down the strip with about 20% battery. Now he's not really using any. He's starting to recharge. And then it's using all the stuff you got left on that final straight. So at least on a 33.1 at some point during there that I didn't catch.
So he's getting a little bit of a toll from McLaren up ahead of him.
Yeah, it's gonna...
But now down towards the final corner.
Yeah, but now he's...
Just about fine, but that's definitely not ideal. What, was that like Apex? No, it's D-Stream. Yeah. Mihai over the line, 32.999. That's 7th position for him.
And we were saying...
And the next one...
last night as well.
Morbad.
Yeah. It's a track with big gaps
Berman.
because of the... because of just knowing where to use the battery means there are...
Yeah, I mean, if you...
wide field spread.
I mean, extreme example, but I think if you go into that strip with 0% EIS, you're gonna lose literally 2 seconds. Maybe more.
More, I guess.
Obviously, you're not gonna do that, but it is gonna affect you massively, especially in that last sector.
Yeah, we saw some dodgy management last night, and then you had people like Ackerson who would basically not use any down the entire strip and have about 70% coming out the last corner, and then just wouldn't use it all by the time you got to the line, and go into like the opposite extreme of saving too much.
That's interesting. I've never seen anyone like at a track like this as well. How do you even manage not to finish the lap with 0?
He finished it on like 10, I think, because he came out the last corner with like a practically a full battery. Yeah, it's getting it right is quite difficult and results in quite a large field spread between those that do and those that don't practice. And I think we'll see the Division 3 drivers today will find it a little bit easier just because they have the experience, as Flavors is in the barrier on the exit of the first corner of the chicane being turn 14. As the Red Bull goes past, I believe that's Kuko, who still is yet to set a lap. He hit 0 long before the line, which is something we've seen quite a lot and will see quite a lot more. He improves by 6 seconds, but can only go into P10 with a 33.1, about quite a way off. 2.5 seconds from the provisional pole time of Morvat. It's an Aston 1-2 as things stand. I think that's the only time you're going to hear that this year. And then
Also, you down towards the final corner right now as well on his first lap of the session.
Yeah.
But a bit of an oversteer moment on the exit. That would have cost him a few crucial tenths. As he goes down to the line, uses the last bit of his battery. And for the V-Cup driver, that's going to be a 1 minute 33.165. That's P11.
Yeah, matching Kuko about half a tenth off that, a little bit ahead of Sully. And you definitely get, like, groups at this track. So you've got hella high down to Lux Apex is all, like, 2.5 tenths of each other. And that's, like, 6 cars. But then they're all about a second and a bit off pole. Which is just, like, it's close, but at the same time it really isn't. Which, it's just the nature of the track and the battery and all of that. And it's who uses it where, who knows what to do, who doesn't, who's kind of guessing and who's better at guessing and between them. Basically. And I wouldn't be surprised to see.
I mean, the best way to do it is to actually practice it and have the EIS down to a science, to exactly, like, at this straight I used to 90%, this straight I used to 70%. But if you have driven on this game a bit, or just if you have maybe a natural feeling for it, you can also just jump in and get it not right. You're never gonna get the perfect EIS on the first lap, but you can get to a new track and have, you know, like a decent EIS just from like the idea about the battery you have and what you know about how it works, where you use it and where you save. The thing is that on some tracks the super clipping is quite extreme, and that actually recharges a lot of battery, so it hurts the natural feeling of how you think the battery should be, because obviously you don't know about the super clipping before it happens to you. So if you haven't practiced, that's something you have to watch out for. I think at Vegas you don't really get any of it. I haven't seen any.
You get it on the run into 14 at the end of the strip. You definitely start recharging a bit.
Yeah, you start you just stop using. I think.
You do also recharge.
Okay, but I meant more like the really extreme examples, Madrid, for example, into the second chicane, the really high curb, or Japan to the last corner. But you literally lose like 30 kph in like 500 meters, not 300 meters.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really happen around here.
Pubdock improved to a 32.1 while we were busy yapping about all of that. We got a D-string coming through Sector 1, 3 tenths down. He's backed off. His teammate Lux Apex just starting another run. Then there is a white car.
Kinda high, starting on a lap.
Yeah.
I think the next over the line is that red car coming to the last corner, which
is Silly. Coming through. He's 3 tenths up through the first 2 sectors and got a fair bit of battery left over. And again, it's just using all of that up to the line. He's got that pretty nicely as he hits 0, improves by 2 tenths, lost a bit of time in that final sector, but the management seemed to be fairly decent as he goes to a 32.9. But still 1.3 seconds away from Morvat. It's crazy. the gaps are definitely closer in the race because managing in the race is more intuitive than what you have to do in qualifying.
Morbart is at 0 halfway down the strip.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then
I wonder if that's... Oh, but he did a lot of Lyco there at the end. You could see the speed really coming down. And now he has about 35% for this run to the line.
Don't know if he's in... He was a tiny bit up, a bit under a tenth coming through the first 2 sectors, and he is going to take the line, so maybe he'll improve further. He does, by a bit over a tenth to 131.5, even with clearly not...
Viral just getting a second as well, dropped to 7th place.
Yeah, but clearly there, Morbart didn't get the RS management right, but he's still improving.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I don't know, like, the 0 all the way down the strip I wasn't sure about, but maybe that is what you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, if you gain elsewhere on track by doing that, it can work, because when you press the overtake button at 0, it's still, like, as it, recharges, because you're obviously from the super clipping, maybe you get a bit of recharge, it immediately deploys it again, so you just keep gaining speed when you press at 0. So it's not maybe how last game, where if you hit 0, you lose, like, all speed.
Yeah. Kadmatic coming out the last corner hit both walls there. I think it was the outside, the inside, then the outside, and then back into the inside wall. Lucky to get away with only an end plate missing, really. Quite a big shunt into the barriers, but he comes back into the pit lane. Obviously lost the lap, but still lives to do another one, which I think you can be quite glad about, as Kuka could be the next car to the line. Does a 32.5, improves by half a second, up into P6, but still a second off what Morbart's done. And about a tenth ahead of Flavors, and then it's quite a big gap up to the top 5. It's almost 4 tenths from D-Stream to Kuko. Viral coming into the pit lane, the Aston Martin of Morbart does the same. Is that hella high? No, it's the other. One of the other white cars. That's Bazooka coming into the pit lane. Then there's the Alpine of Scooby-Doo, who is 1.2 seconds down, presumably on an in-lap. And then it's D-Stream, who's out on an out-lap with 3 minutes 30 to go, going quite early, possibly with the hope of being able to do a run, then a cool lap, and then another lap. So he's going to be the only one on a lap as he starts it now, heading in towards turns 1 and 2, because Vegas has to be extra. And then this right-hander that's really turn 2 is 3 and 4. I don't know how there's 2 corners in either of those first 2, really. I don't know, they just want Vegas to feel special, and so they give it more corners. And now, breaking into turn 5, the 90-degree right-hander understeers towards that wall. He still gains time in sector 1, but that's going to cost him on the exit, heading into the tight, twisty middle sector through 7-8 and into the left of 9 with 100% battery as he comes out of it, which is really what you need. It burns until about 80, but then it keeps draining further around this, I would say straight, but it's a lot of lifting and ghosting coming into the corner. I don't know if that's... It's hard to tell whether he's backed off the lap. I assume he hasn't. Yeah, lifting very, very early, 3 tenths up through the first 2 sectors. He burns his way down the strip. He's going to have to turn that boost mode off at some point. He turns it off there about 15%, and then he starts recharging as he heads downwind to lift about 150 meters. Might just be braking normally there for the final chicane. Takes it through, but he loses the rear on the curb of 15. And that seems like
that
quite
was a chance in the front row for sure. So that's really unfortunate for D-Stream. That's the end of his qualifying.
That's the end of his qualifying. He's got front wing damage, and he's not going to be able to go out in time.
Next one is Hella High, currently coming to the last sector. He's got about 6% battery starting the Las Vegas strip. 4.5 tenths up on his previous best, so looking at a potential P6 here, if he can bring that over the line. But he's, I would say, a bit low on the battery, coming onto the long straight. He's on 0% right now, on the run to the last corner.
Yeah, so a lot less than D-Stream had just a second ago, but and it's just different strategies. You don't really know. I haven't tested which one is actually better. It's a bit deep, but he keeps it in a straight line, crucially, unlike what Dietrich could do just a second ago. Again, running out of battery a bit early, but he can keep deploying that little bit as soon as he recharges. Cross the line. 3.5 tenths. He did lose a bit of time in that middle sector, but he does still improve.
Aussie goes 8th.
P6. Aussie does go into P8 as well. Then that's not Mihai. It's going to be Hella High. No, the Hella High's just done a lap. It's the white cars confuse me so much now because they look the exact same.
It's Gabri starting a lap.
Yeah, Gabri and the other one, which will be Bazooka, also just starting. The Alpine and Scooby-Doo starting. That's the Mercedes.
I think the next one is Mihai.
Yeah, it's
Zemiku actually.
yeah.
He's just ahead of him
so far.
Yeah, he disconnected twice, and now is finally in the lobby for good, it seems.
So,
that has definitely hurt the qualifying.
And the lack of upshifts there seems to hurt the qualifying as well. Coming across the line already beyond 1:33, it is going to be the slowest time we've seen with a 1:34.8, but it's going to be ahead of Phantom, who hasn't set a lap. Mihai across the line. Can he improve? No, he can't.
No, he didn't. He had like 50% battery left.
Yeah. Stays down in P12. Then it's the Ferrari of Sully, up by 4 tenths through the first 2 sectors.
Gabri up by 1.5.
Gabri improving as well, wanting to possibly mount that challenge for the front row. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough to get ahead of Morvat. Sully crossed the line, improved by 3 tenths of a second. Next car is going to be, that's Aussie, so it's going to be the other white cars of Gabri as he goes a little bit deep over that curve.
Berman, 3 tenths up.
All right, Berman 3 tenths up, looking to challenge what Morvat's done already. It's going to be Gabri next car to the line. He's improving in the first couple of sectors. Can he jump ahead of Berman? He can't quite. It's less than a tenth gains. He lost a bit in that middle sector. Morvat improves by 0.5 tenth to a 31.4, and surely that puts his time out of reach of Berman. But you never know. So he does have a lot of battery. If he can get this last sector right, maybe Berman can try and dislodge his teammate at the top. He crossed the line. He doesn't improve. He lost the time in that final sector, and that seems to be
getting a total line from Codematic there, which is actually helping him quite a bit. And over the line, that's P4 for Kuko. 6 tenths up. He was literally at like bang on equal after sector 2. So he gained 6 tenths on that last sector. I'm not sure if that's all from the slipstream of Codematic, who himself went to 8th place, but it certainly wouldn't have hurt.
Yeah. I'm sure that the toe would be quite a big factor, especially, and quite possibly just getting the ERS, like dialing it in across the session. It's Morvat with that pole position, almost 4 tenths clear, or 3.5 tenths ahead of his teammate Berman, who himself is 0.5 tenth ahead of Gabri, Gabri being less than a tenth ahead of Kuko. So it's quite close from 2nd to 4th, but then Morvat a long way out in front, and he'll definitely hope to convert that, but it's not guaranteed at all with how a race can go at Vegas. We saw last night it was Dylan who just kind of checked out and ran away, but if you can't escape the chaos, who knows what can happen. Is then...
Yeah, I mean, just running away with it like that is really, really difficult around here, because I mean, I would say in the first lap or two, you have a very good chance of it because it's so chaotic. Yeah. But after that, if you haven't gapped, you're stuck with them because the advantage of having the improved battery on last year's the DRS over the car ahead of you is just so big, and there is not enough corners where you can gain that second of lap time through your own driving, your own cornering.
Yeah. The only thing is with the tire advantage because of the traction zones, but. Because Dylan used that to good effect last night, because he was stuck with the guys. Was he stuck with them? I think so. They were all in the train with him, and then he undercut out of it. Even though he was leading, he pitted a couple laps earlier than everyone else, and so he had a very nice gap once they all came out of the pits. And
yeah, obviously with an undercut or with an incident or something, it's always possible. But like by just your own driving on the same tire. The other guy would have to be quite slow, and then obviously the guy in second place will not be slow, so you're going to have a tough time for sure.
Yeah, and then on the restart, he just got away because of all the chaos behind him. So it's really the two ways to get out: strategy and running quickly in chaos. So we'll see how it goes. You'd imagine everyone's going to start, or at least most people are going to start on the mediums, at least.
Oh, the race director has quite a few on. Oh, well, no, just as I say it, all the guys on hard switching to mediums.
At least last night, the game was like forcing people to start on hards, and it was like really difficult to actually get.
But you have to put a two-stop in, because you only have one medium if you pick harder allocation. And also, I think it doesn't let you put in the medium on this track, maybe, because tire well wouldn't last.
Yeah, but everyone was like, I definitely saw people finding it difficult to change from the starting on the hards.
So the workaround for that is to put a two-stop in the strategy screen, and then you can change the tires around as you want.
Aussie's gone from the soft, which is what Dylan said would be possible after last night, so... Because Dylan was saying tyre wear's pretty low, undercut's quite good, softs are possibly viable. And Aussie's gone with it, so we'll see how that one goes. But everyone at the front on the mediums, as you'd expect, and... So we just wait for them to line up on the grid. And lap 1 is going to be crucial. It's just... But like, you don't want to do anything stupid, but you don't want to get stuck behind in a fight that you... in a fight that you're faster than. If you get stuck in it, you're in a lot of trouble. There we go. 25 laps. Ahead of the drivers. 5 red lights. It's lights out. And away we go. And Berman does seem to have got a good start on that inside line. Can he challenge his teammate into turn 1? He's ahead before they get to the corner. Berman trying to take that place. Morbat on the outside. Can he cue it there? I think he's just about going to have enough to hold off his teammate Kuko and Gabri behind them, side by side. Berman does take the lead. Morbat in second place, still challenging though, as he heads down into turn number 5. He's on the inside. One of them's got to back out at some point. It's Morbat on the inside to retake that first place. And I think he's going to stay there. Berman second, Kuko third. Gabri down to 4th. Pubdog in 5th. D-Stream's been tangled in some kind of incident in the first couple of corners. He's down in 12th. But...
Flavors as well. He dropped to last place and a bit away from the field.
But all in all, it's not the worst start that we've seen at Vegas. Definitely could have been a lot more going on. Phantom
Great start from Aussie, Viral and Phantom. All up a few positions. Aussie up 3, Viral and Phantom up 4.
Yeah, 2 McLarens fighting as they come
for the first time. Gabri,
12.
very close to the back of Kuko, looking to take that podium position back for himself.
He's got a bit more battery, but doesn't want to burn too much. Kuko burning a lot more than Gabri. Gabri just sitting behind him and harvesting in that tow. There's a yellow flag. Phantom has gone out.
Phantom has crashed in the middle of the strip.
Presumably being tagged by someone as he tries to work his way through. Someone trying to pass him trying to pass someone else. Something's happened, he's tangled. Virtual safety car deployed. And
Phantom is missing the entire wing, so we're going to see a pit stop from him on his lap.
Won't be quite so chaotic.
Quite far out the fight.
Yeah, not quite as big as if it were a full core safety car, but there's still an opportunity for the field to, the gaps to fluctuate on the restart. You're meant to, in theory, the gaps stay exactly the same, but they never do. Someone gets a slightly better launch than someone else, and people don't want to risk drive-throughs on that too. So we'll see. We don't know when it goes green, because it doesn't tell you, so...
I think it's about to go green, because Pablo and Gabri are racing. Or maybe not?
Yeah, it's got to go green now. Coming through turn 5, and Berman is right in the back of his teammate, but surely he's not going to send it here into turn 7. He does sit behind, but Morbat's gone slightly defensive, and that might compromise him, but realistically I don't think that's going to make too big of a difference. And there's no overtake mode, crucially, now because of that VSC, which is going to be a helping hand for Morbat, and can maybe use that to try and pull away, but I highly doubt it, being...
He's already lost a chance, because they will get the overtake mode at the end of this straight, and obviously he's not going to gap Berman by half a second on a straight.
Yeah, not when they have both pretty much full batteries.
Yeah, so I think he's going to be stuck with a train all the way down to Viral, yeah. Sully's already lost to the ones in Gap. He was battling with Mihai earlier this lap, so he's going to have to try and catch back up, get himself in that fight. I was going to say for the point playing position, but he is in the fight for the points right now in P10 of course, but you know what I mean.
In the higher
stay with the leading trains.
Mihai does go past him, which it's going to cost him the overtake mode by the time they get out of the corner, and now Sully's going to have the chance to get him back. Berman now has the overtake and a lot more battery than Morbat does. First lap of the race goes to Gabri because of the way it works with the VSC restart being under VSC for less time on this lap. Went down to hella high, I think.
Well, the guys who just came over the line didn't beat it.
No, not all of them, but...
That's questionable.
Yeah.
How if they not managed to beat it? I think Berman's looking for a move on...
He's got so much more battery than Morbat does, but he's not going to burn too much of it just yet. He's going to wait until they get to the strip, and he's going to have full battery coming out of 9, you'd guess, and Morbat very much won't. He won't be too bad.
Move, by the way. He's passed Sully back into 11th. Mia has caught the leaders once again. Lux Apex also trying to make a move on Sully there through the chicane, but he goes off track, has let a Ferrari back through. So the train is back connected from P1 to P11.
Scooby's cut the chicane, got a 10-second time penalty. Don't know what's going on back there. And now will Berman try and go for the move on Morbat? He's got more battery, he's got the overtake mode, but is he going to want to wait for the main straight? Or the pit straight, because then...
Oh, Morbat is completely empty.
Yeah.
So the Astons are going to have to swap here.
Berman's
maybe?
not using much. He's
Berman
starting to lift and coast already. As they head down into the corner. Pub Dog challenging on the outside of Gabri. Berman now will get the overtake mode for another lap. There's contact between Pub Dog and Gabri. Gabri getting sideways on the exit of the chicane. Lucky to not be tagged completely round, I reckon. Berman's lost quite a bit of time to Morbat coming through the chicane. There's a yellow flag. Someone's gone off lower down. I think it might be... I don't know who's gone off actually there, as D-Stream takes the fastest lap of the race, getting back ahead of Mihai and back into this train, but Viral looks like he might, if he hasn't already, lose that. Codematic didn't have boost on the previous lap. Overtake mode, sorry. But he's within a second. But it's that fight with Aussie that I think that's where this train might be about to split.
Yeah, I think those softs are already going to start showing some signs of wear at this point. The mediums will likely be faster, and he's struggling to stay in range in the top 5. He's got Codematic right behind him on the hards. And then, yeah, so I think we're going to see that top 5 running away with it now. Morbat, Berman, Cuckoo, Gavin, Papdog are going to be our contenders for this race win.
Yeah, I mean...
Scooby-Doo with another track limit penalty now.
Same corner
again
as well.
the chicane.
Oh, someone's going on there. Flavors into the wall in the same place. He had that spin on the... Was it the final lap last night? He's lost both end plates of his front wing, but he's still got the middle of it. As Berman now surely is going to go past Morbat down the strip. He's got so much more battery, but he's just
he's not doing it.
No, it's going off again. That's
Flavors. Again for Flavors, as he is
struggling with the wing damage, just going straight on into 12. And Morbat gets the better exit out of the final chicane.
Gets Aussie and Papdog gets Gabri. And Berman is, it looks like he's just going to stay behind Morbat.
Yeah.
Kuko's not really close enough to attack him. Yellow flag on the strip again.
That is coming out of the final proper corner of turn number 16. He gets back going again, not going to cause any form of safety car. As Gabri and Pubdog side by side again. Gabri gets himself ahead.
Turn 3.
As Gabri gets himself ahead, Pubdog just has to settle behind. Neither of them have very much battery. Kuko has even less though. And he's not been fighting. The two Astons look like Berman looks like he's all over the back of Morbat, but he just never goes for the move. And he just doesn't.
Yeah, I think if they try to work together, maybe they could gap the cars behind, because Morbat, I mean, Berman has been all over him, but I'm not sure if that's because Berman is just that much faster. I think they're about equal, honestly.
Battery, really.
Yeah, he just has that battery, obviously, in the slipstream advantage, so I think they should be, rather than having Berman just stick behind and defend, they should be swapping if they're trying to work together.
Off again. Flavors hasn't pitted with that damage he has.
I think... No, he hasn't.
No. Even though it's quite severe damage on both sides. And
definitely definitely team orders here at Aston Martin. Berman not going for the move on Morbat, because there's no reason for him. Well, maybe. It could be self-serving, because with that extra battery, he's got a much better chance of defending from Kuko.
He goes deep though, coming into 14, where he's going to be okay.
The big risk when you're in P1 is that you lose multiple places in one go. If you're P2, you're never going to drop further than P3. And there's a 4-way fight down the main straight. Aussie, Mihai, Daystream, and Viral
I just saw Mihai lose like 4
Oh my
positions.
god, 3 right into the last corner.
And then
That
gain
can't
4
end well.
positions. How have they not crashed? They come into turn 1. I just saw Mihai lose 4 positions, then instantly gain 4 positions. I'm like, what is going on down there? Mihai's got
Incredible
himself-
stuff, and they've now calmed down a little bit coming onto the first of the 2 or 3 long straight on this track. Mihai has got himself up to P6, Daystream right behind him. Aussie looking to come back at the McLaren, but decides better off it. The grip on those soft not nearly enough for that dive bomb that he was looking at.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see that battle continue at the end of this lap, coming down the strip.
Flavors has now called it a day on those tyres and is into the pit lane.
I think it's more about the wing, to be fair, than the tires.
Yeah, but he's given up with the damage and is in. Codematic is in a completely lonely race right now. He's got a gap of 3 seconds ahead of him, 2.3 behind him. He's just driving on his own for the time being.
Yeah, on the hard tire as well, so we'll have the advantage later on. He will definitely get caught.
Here goes Berman.
And trailing behind him on the undercut. Oh,
Berman
finally!
inside. Coming into turn number 14, surely. That's him ahead. Morbat's going to get the boost mode this time around, though. There's a yellow flag. That's the Red Bull Ozemico, I think, that's gone off.
Yep.
Coming out of turn 9. Codematic gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits violations. And here comes Kuko trying to get ahead of Morbat while he's a little bit caught off guard. Sends it into turn 1. Does he have the grip?
Oh!
D-stream. No, that's not D-stream. That's Morbat goes deep. And then Berman tags him because he's trying to defend from Kuko. But Morbat's now fallen down into 5th place when he was leading just a second ago. Now Kuko's challenging Berman for the lead of the race.
And that almost ended in disaster for Aston Martin as the 2 teammates almost took each other out. Morbat dropping to 5th place there. He did catch this car before it fully spun out. And now looking to go around the outside of Garby into the chicane. Surely that can't work. He's got the inside for the second part. Still side by side. This time Garby back to the inside.
I think that's worked for him.
I think Morbat has got he's got the move done. But he's got a lot of his battery. Garby has about 40% advantage now.
Yeah, I
Coming
think
on to
Morbat's
the second half of the lap.
He's been burning a lot to try and get back to where he wants to be, but now he's going to be so vulnerable down the strip. Because he's only on 50 compared to everyone else being so much higher than him. Berman's going to be under pressure from Kuko now that he doesn't have the boost mode. Oh, the overtake mode, sorry.
Morbat is on 0, and here comes Garby. He will take that free position. And Kuko does the same against Berman, who's on low battery. And there comes Papdog as well. Exactly like I said, if you're in P1, that's the risk. If you don't have that battery, you lose multiple places in one go. Morbat going back up the inside of Garby into the last corner. He doesn't give that position up at all, and Garby backs out.
Although Gabby does get the better run out the corner, and maybe he can try and challenge again. Pubdog on the back of Kuko, who has absolutely no battery at all. He's going to try the outside into turn 1. Someone's gone off in the background. I think it's Mihai having a mistake on the exit of the final chicane. Pubdog ran the outside. And I think now that the outside turns into the inside, and he does get himself ahead of Kuko. Kuko losing the place, and now he's going to be really struggling with the lack of overtake mode. There goes Berman motoring past him on the exit of the corner. Kuko with no battery to fight it, but he's going to go for it anyway. Up the inside into 5. Does get that place back as Berman isn't going to fight him too hard. But he's so slow, got no battery, having to recharge so much. And maybe Pubdog could use this as an opportunity to run away, but because he's leading and has overtake mode. But then Kuko has more battery than him now, so possibly not.
It looked like Garby and Morbat were also about to lose the 1 second range. They were over a second back after their battle, but then Kuko, Berman and Papdog were throwing like 7 belts of shite at each other for the rest of the lap, so they are right back with them. And, honestly, Codematic has actually been gaining on them at this rate. They have to watch out.
Yeah, he's also been losing to D-Stream behind him though, so I don't think Codematic has been gaining much, because it's still about 3 seconds. I swear.
Yeah, he got a bit close on that last lap, definitely. And this lap they are all being a lot more calm. Not a single switch down the strip.
Yeah, I think they've realised that all that battling is costing them a bit. Someone's going to pit soon, surely. It's lap 8.
Yeah, there comes Kuko around the outside of Papdog into the final corner. And Berman might have a look as well as Papdog goes back up the inside on Kuko. Kuko with a bit of a lock up, a bit of a tap in the brake as well. Morbat goes through on Gabri on the inside as well. Gabri now is the inside for turn 3 and 4 on the first long straight of the lap and gets back out of the Aston Martin.
Into pits is viral in Lux Apex as well. But I am surprised none of these leaders wanted to pits. They are costing themselves in this race.
Especially the Astons, because they're gonna have to, like, one of them will have to get undercut.
If Morbat goes this lap, then Berman's going to have to go so much longer.
If Kuko, Pubdog and Gabri pit this lap, and then one of them will guarantee to lose the train then.
Yeah. And it's quite a big undercut as well. Because of, especially if they're doing this.
Side by side with Gabri.
And they're all...
Gabri keeps his nose in, that could have ended in disaster.
Yeah, and they're all just sitting behind Pubdog, who doesn't have the overtake mode. And they're all getting a little bit held up by him down that previous straight. But I'm not sure if anyone's going to be close enough or brave enough to go for that move. Pubdog's going to get the overtake mode on Kuko this lap and has more battery, so maybe can go for the move into turn 1 as well. And surely one of these two Astons has to pit, but as they come around the last corner, Gabri and Morbat are coming into the pit lane. Berman stays out with the top two. As Gabri sped into the pit lane, and what looked to be about to be converted into a net race lead is now going to... It's really gone away for Gabri, because now and there's a wing change for Morbat after he hit his teammate at turn 1.
Well, this 5-way fight just turned into a 3-way fight, and Morbat has replaced his old wing with no wing on my screen.
Yeah, it's a bug now. Where it's a bug where if someone changes their wing,
in the middle of Aussie and Viro, just of the Audi. But that's a crazy undercut. No, Morbat changed the wing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
my brain did not shift fast. I thought Viro just undercut his way into the fight for the lead.
No. There you go, Pubdog past
lead
Kuko.
change between Pubdog and Kuko coming onto the last sector. Interesting spot for an overtake.
Kuko's saving a lot more, Pubdog's saving a lot less. I guess Pubdog might be thinking about that pit stop and wanting to burn more battery on this lap because he doesn't need to save any for the next.
Yeah, but if you're gonna pit, you might as well burn down to 0.
Yeah.
You recharge, like...
And look,
almost, I think Vegas as well, but at most tracks you recharge from 0 to 100 in the pit lanes. There's no reason not to burn anything. And there's a crash.
That's going to be
and it's a virtual safety car.
It's not a full
course. That's really bad for those who already pitted. I mean, well, Gabri and Morbat were already in the mud, but they are now... They've sunk even deeper into the mud right now.
And it's
quite bad for Coldmatic as well, I'll say, because making a medium last 15 laps is going to be a tough ask. But of course, all the media runners, Pubdog, Kuko, Berman, Daystream, Mihai will all be in right now. Coldmatic has to stay out.
Yeah. So Coldmatic's going to take the race lead.
And Daystream is sped as well. Yeah, will speed.
Mihai...
Oh, no. Fair. I saw the way he approached the final corner, like he's going way too fast. But he got stopped, fair enough.
Yeah. There goes
Gabri. Takes lead.
Gabri is still ahead of them, so the virtual safety car hasn't offset the gap too much.
I wonder what Gabri's delta is right now. Maybe he just took the complete piss on the delta.
He's not slowing down.
No, he's not slowing down that much. No.
No.
That's interesting. I would have thought he would lose way more time with them having pit under VSC.
The undercut's strong, but for Gabri to still be 2 seconds ahead, having... Because you don't know how much time he gained from speeding compared to these guys being quite safe, you'd imagine. So... Yeah. Coldmatic now leads as someone's slow. I think that's Helahai. So spun out of the pit lane. Or was that out of
no, out of somewhere. He didn't pit. But...
Yeah, just spun as they got restarted for...
Oh, Mihai and Sully with a battle through the chicane. Mihai had a little look on the outside there in that tight left-hander. But the space went out of him. And the battle continues down towards the strip. Mihai looking up the inside on the Ferrari. Doesn't want to wait for the straight. They back wheels. Mihai goes deep, and now Sully will re-overtake him as he has much more battery.
But it doesn't quite get the exit compared to
Mihai. Will he? No, maybe not.
No.
Might wait for the section point.
Yeah, it looks like there was maybe a chance for Pubdog to pull away from Kuko, because again, the VSC restart means there's no overtake mode, but Kuko stayed with him, gets the overtake, and that little train of 3 cars now will remain how it was before. Lux Apex gets past Scooby-Doo coming into the final chicane, runs a little bit deep, but is still going to get that move secured. Scooby gets the overtake mode, as does Lux, because of the Zoop in front of them, as Kuko goes past Pubdog on the inside into turn 1. Pubdog's not going to let him go that easily though, to go through 3 and 4. I think Kuko's got the better line. The understeer's a little bit wide, but then on the run into turn 5 he has the overtake mode and is using more battery than Pubdog, and seemingly gets himself back into 3rd place and the net race lead.
These guys are going to have to keep an eye on that gap.
Oh, Gabri's disconnected.
Oh, for God's sake. As I say, it's unbelievable commentators, because I was going to say he might gap him by 10 seconds, he won't.
Yeah, it's gone from bad to worse for Gabri as Hella High goes off again. Pubdog now has got back ahead of Kuko going into 7, I believe that was. Kuko's now going to look to get him back into 12. Is he going to send that up the inside? How much battery is he going to want to save? He does back out, forces Pubdog onto a compromised line who goes a little bit deep, but realistically not going to be too big of a difference. Hella High is now retired in the pit lane, not going to cause a safety car. Gabri's rejoined the session, having lost already about a second to these guys. Kuko goes motoring past, trying to get into the 1 second of the Haas driver in front of him, because it doesn't really matter if he is a sitting duck, because he has overtake mode and is going to get the place on Gabri in a couple of seconds, presumably.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Gabri. I mean, the speeding is his own fault, but this disconnect has caused him to lose the gap. That
and his AI is harvesting all the way down the straight as well.
Yeah, and he's back in the lobby and he still hasn't taken control yet.
No. Morbat's caught back up to these guys, actually. Which is really surprising.
Done that?
He's changed his wing, and these guys in front of him pitching under VSE, but Morbat's still in the train with them. Gabri's now back in
well
control.
Now, but of course, Daystream with a 10-second penalty hanging over his head.
Oh, as Berman think about going past Pubdog. Think about the move on... sorry, Berman's gone past Kuko. Think about the move on Pubdog. Kuko with very low battery, having burned everything to try and catch back up to Gabri.
So Gabri's back in control now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dropped to P5. He's, I think, still in the train. But that's really costly, because I think
even more
with the position he was in, he had a chance, I think, at least, to gap him by 10 seconds if they kept battling the way they were.
Yeah.
Would have been a tough ask, but maybe he could have... I think for sure he would have beaten Viral and Daystream. Now he has to fight Daystream, and that 10-second lead over Viral is going to be a tough ask to do while in a train like this. If they were to work together easily, they would be faster than they were alone, obviously, but...
They're not going to work
together.
They're not going
to be working together, the way they have been racing. If Morbat and Berman were still 1-2, this train would be moving a lot faster.
Yeah, but also, like, none of these guys really have a reason to work together, because they're not... only Gabri... Oh, Berman knocks up! Into turn 14, Kuko goes through. Gabri is now all over the back of him, trying to find space around the outside of 16. He's not quite going to have it. He's making contact with Morbat. Gabri's in a Aston Martin sandwich. He's now behind both of them. As Morbat goes through, is Gabri going to think back on the inside. Kuko and Pubdog side by side into turn 1 and through 2, now into 3 and 4. Pubdog does remain ahead. Kuko has the overtake mode, but less battery to play with. Berman and Morbat now P4 and 5. Both getting ahead of Gabri. Gabri not having the overtake mode down the straight. Kuko goes ahead of Pubdog, but with 60% less battery or so, is going to be in a bit of trouble, and possibly it's going to be the same thing again. A Pubdog going around the outside into turn 7. Can he make it stick? I think he might be able to. There's a little bit of contact, but it is Pubdog who gets himself ahead. Now Berman is on the back. And the two Aston Martins, side by side of one another. Morbat gets ahead of his teammate, but Berman gets the better exit, as they're both trying to find the gap to get ahead of Kuko. Berman's going to take the inside, coming down into turn number 12 as Kuko's having to recharge, but now just allows Morbat to go around the outside of him. It's like, you think...
Berman has been caught off guard quite a few times this race when he's doing heavy Lyco in the braking zone, which is really helping him in the straights, but it is allowing his opponents to just kind of drive past him in the braking zone, but then he's not gaining the same amount on the straight as he then should be.
Yeah, Kuga's going to go past Pub Dog.
Rio takes Pub Dog for the lead of the effective lead of the Grand Prix. Gabi up the instead of Berman to the last corner, but Berman outbreaks him on the outside, bounces over the curb on the exit. Gabi with a better run now onto the main straight against the Aston Martin Pub Dog. Rio takes Kuku, who's got no battery to play with, on the straight. Here comes Berman as well, flying past Kuku. He's lost so much time on the straight.
He had absolutely, like, it was quite, I don't know quite what Kuko's plan was there, because he burnt to 0, was on 0, holding down the boost button still, all the way into the last chicane, and all he did by getting ahead of Pub Dog was use all his battery and then lose the overtake mode.
So Morbad, I said he's out the fight when I saw him change to the wing, and look at that.
Yeah.
He is, right now, as we speak, taking the effective lead of the Grand Prix back up into P2. Only Cogmatic ahead, who hasn't yet made a pit stop. There comes Berman. Around the outside of Kuko into the chicane. What a battle this is for the podium spot. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Kuko still with no battery, not being able to recover. The normal boost mode isn't helping him with that. There's a yellow flag. That's Flavors.
Flavors
gone off after the final chicane. Might have had a tap the wall. Goes into the wall again. Shouldn't cause a safety. No, he got a full course.
Oh, it does.
Full
it
course.
does. And that is huge for Codematic.
Yeah.
Because he can now make his pit stop. It's actually worked out very nicely for him.
And probably
it's
everyone
huge for Gary. It's huge for D-Stream because they can serve their 10-second penalties. And Scooby as well, actually, also has a 10-second penalty.
I don't understand how that's a full course safety carry. Tap the wall in the second.
No, it shouldn't be. I mean, we're already down to standard.
Yeah. Like, he's
and
had
there goes a new nose for Flavors.
He tapped the wall twice.
He ironically actually just really helped his own race by crashing.
Yeah.
Because he's back in the race now.
Yeah, completely.
Of course, Codematic will come into the pit lane.
I think everyone's going to come into the
pit lane. Nah, I don't know if everyone will.
I don't know. Most people will, I reckon. Morbad's staying out, no.
Morbad's staying, yeah, no, they're all staying out. I think Gary and Daystrom obviously is going to come in and serve the penalty.
I quite possibly would have pit, and everyone behind them is pitting.
Oh, to chase him back out. Oh, I would have thought one of them stays out to get into the lead.
That's what I was thinking, like.
But that's really bad for Pub Dog, Berman and Kuko.
Yeah.
Because now they have the whole field. And
I don't know
why.
why.
It's mediums for everyone.
Don't know why
Codematic in a great spot now. I mean, he has got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately, for himself. Viral onto Hards. Gabri dropping to P10. Bazooka with the double stack behind his teammates serving a penalty, and same for Lux Apex. Lux Apex also with the wing change.
Scrubs.
Did he only have one medium?
He's gone back. It says 10 laps. I don't know if that's a bug on our end, or if he's gone back onto 10 lap on mediums.
If he picked harder tire allocation, he only has one medium. So then when he selects medium on the tire screen, it will give him the medium he already ran.
But it would tell him it was a used medium. He hasn't disconnected, has he?
No. So he made a
yeah.
I mean,
because I'm surprised.
I've never seen that glitch, so I don't think it's one. I think it's actually just an error on his strategy that he didn't pay attention to the fact he only had one medium and went back to the medium from the start. So he's gonna have to pit again this lap and get the hard on.
Oh my god, what am I? Hits, the game puts him onto a scrub. But Gabri's had that, and not seemingly on you. Because Gabri had disconnected to get him. Like, I've seen that bug where you disconnect and it puts you on used tyres. I've seen that before in other situations other than the Phantom, but Gabri seems to be alright.
I'm quite glad you just kept talking over me there, because I just said Daystream is going to have to get a hard on.
Right.
But yeah, he will drop to, well, not quite dead last, I think between Phantom and Flavors, so second last. Morbad, Pub Dog, Berman, Kugel. I mean, the tires aren't terribly old, but definitely 5 laps, 6 laps is going to be a disadvantage. Especially over those now on fresh mediums.
Yeah. I probably would have pitted in this scenario, but... And then everyone pitting... Like, I guess the thing is they don't know if everyone behind them's going to pit.
Yeah, that's... I mean, if you look at where Gabri is right now, I'd rather be where Morbad, Pub Dog and Berman are than where Gabri is. And if they had pit and the others hadn't, then they would be where Gabri is. So that's...
Yeah.
Obviously, Gabri had to serve the penalty, otherwise he'd be in a great spot in P6. But, I mean, I think...
It was
probably still going to be one of them 4. Because they have a solid pace advantage. Codematic with the traction penalty is not going to have much of a chance. Viral is on hards, that won't go too well, and also, I mean, the top 4 are also just quite a bit faster than the rest of the field, outside of Gary and Daystream, who are a bit further down the order. They have too many cars to get through, I think, to really get involved in the fight. Although maybe, I mean, maybe. Because they won't gap the top 4 with these tires. I can't see it happening. So as long as the train stays together, anything is possible. So I don't think Gary's out of this, but I would say that the favorites definitely still are that top 4 group, Morbad, Papdog, Bowman, and Kuko.
Being together is a big help.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much, obviously Morbad is a reserve, so...
Yeah.
But obviously they know each other from BRL, and it does look like they've been working together this race. And it would make sense, I mean...
Apart from when they crashed.
Well, they didn't crash. They had a loft up.
And it cost Morbat like 5 places.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter. I mean, Morbat... I can't believe that Morbat is back in the lead.
Yeah.
How has he done that? When you lose the train in Vegas, that's over, normally. But the train was moving so slowly, they were battling so much.
Depends how stupidly the train are racing, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, for us it's lovely, but for these guys, why are you doing all this? Like,
yeah.
Start doing this on lap 23, you know? You have no benefit to fighting like that on lap 5.
Hopefully that's what it's like in Division 1, because I don't, you know, just driving a train's really boring. I want to be racing in this sort of way, because it's just more fun.
Yeah, it's much more fun when the position actually matters. So when they act like the position matters, it's also more fun, even though it doesn't.
Yeah.
I would say it's high risk and no reward, basically, going for the overtake in that scenario that they were in. I mean, if you're in the midfield, I get it more, because you are going to have the opportunity to gap the cars behind you, and it doesn't matter.
If you're like 5th in the train, like you're at the back of the lead train, you kind of want to work your way up it if you can.
Yeah, I think the ideal spot is to be like P2, P3.
Yeah.
But it's not like they're getting to P2 and P3 and then stopping. They're still absolutely going for it.
Yeah.
At the start, I think Morbad and Berman were, you know, being calm with it. Berman just sticking behind them. But once they made that swap, which I actually said they should do earlier, so maybe I was wrong there. Once they made that swap, Kuko the opportunity to get involved, and then shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be in this lap, I think. Flavor's gonna catch back up to the train. And the safety car will be called in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have 8 laps of racing. No, 7 laps of racing.
Yeah, 7. But it's basically the same either way. 7 or 8, like... It will be 7 once it comes in, but... And so it's definitely in the range of mediums will make it to the end comfortably. Safety car's in. This at the end of this lap, and it's Morbat in control of the restart. Berman leaving quite a big gap to Pubdog. But then Morbat backs up and the gap closes down. And so it's not going to be like disastrous by the time they actually go racing again. It's annoying that we don't get to see throttle and brake inputs, because you can't actually tell when he's going. Or not as easy at least.
He's gone?
Yeah. So Morbat accelerates away, and he seems to have got a decent gap over Pubdog. He's not going to be under any pressure into turn 1. As Codematic going for it on Kuko, he moves to the rear. It's Berman spinning round with Codematic as they make contact at turn 1. Pubdog's through on Morbat. Ossie's up into P3, Viral P4. Kuko's fallen down to P5 because of that incident. Now Sully looking to challenge him as well. And it's those drivers on new tyres, Ossie and Viral, getting ahead of Kuko, who's on the old ones, and to be honest, those old tyres might just make him fall down further and further. He's now under pressure from Mihai as they come into turn number 7. Mihai on the inside. Can he get that move? There's contact as Kuko tries to turn in, goes over the chicane, gets a 3-second time penalty for that as well, but Mihai seems to have got that place. Depends how much Kuko wants to fight it as we head down to the strip for the first time. Ossie, quite close to the back of Morbat, but
Sully and Gary side by side, right behind Kuko. And Gary goes up the inside of the Ferrari, coming into the left-hand onto the strip.
And to
gets
be honest,
ahead of him, has about 10% battery mass. He should be able to hold on to that.
All that chaos.
Ossie going for second place against Morbat.
Yeah, all that chaos with the incident at turn 1 just puts Kuko a bit out of position, puts Berman out of position, obviously. And it's just a big help for Gabri as he wants to work his way up the field. He's now P7, right behind Kuko. And with only a handful more cars to work his way through, and he should be faster than all of them. Aussie with a very good run compared to Morvat with much better tyres. But I don't think he's quite going to have the grip required to translate it into straight line speed as they head into turn 1. Pubdog slow. Morvat going in on the outside. Aussie's going to go to the inside of him. It's 3 wide into turn 1. Can Aussie take the lead? I think he's just about going to have enough grip to get that place. Morvat slots into second. Pubdog's down from first to third in just one short run into turn 1. And now he's under pressure from Viral, who's going to want to challenge on the inside. And it's a disaster for Pubdog. And those old tyres really seem to be his downfall as he tries to hang on. Viral gets a 3 seconds as he goes over the apex of turn 5. And I don't think Miha's going to be close enough, is he? As he tries to change on the outside of Viral. Viral does keep that place. But now it's Aussie in the lead on much newer and better tyres.
Yeah, Aussie's pulled a blinder here, but the battery is almost completely empty, so Morvat will gain a shit ton of time on the next straight. And maybe come back at least close to him.
Probably won't be able to pass
him. And the battle behind those guys has been unbelievably close. Gabri is really struggling. I think Gabri has big damage.
He's down to 11th.
He's down to 11th, and the entire front right side of the wing is missing, and he will keep broken places. There comes Berman and Coldmatic driving past him.
Yeah, Gabri's in a lot of trouble. Morvat does go breezing past Aussie. He does use up
and a crash on the straight. That's Coldmatic, Gabri, and Berman making contact. And it's a virtual full course safety car again.
Oh yeah, she is full course. So now does Morvat pit? Surely not. He would fall to last.
Well, Coldmatic and Gabri were squeezing each other down the back straight. They made contact and both of them slammed into a wall. Both of them lost their entire wing.
Yeah, Morvat stays out. Pubdog stays out. So Gabri's going to be back in, probably for a soft tyre.
They're all staying out.
And if you're low down, you might as well pit, like Phantom on 5
yeah, I would have thought Berman pits, to be fair, on the old hards, being in 11th anyway, not the points. And obviously, yeah, Phantom is the only one who chooses to make a stop. Gabri and Coldmatic obviously had to get the wing changed.
Yeah, my game still says virtual, but you can see the safety car right there.
Well, it is a video game, so it isn't every safety car virtual.
When you think about it. Well, we're living in a simulation
soft for all
anyway,
three
so
of these guys,
virtual.
Which will probably be scrubbed soft from qualifying.
Yeah, will be for most of these guys. Phantom has noon because obviously he didn't.
Oh yeah, true, the disconnect. So you wouldn't have had a lap at the end. Yeah. Well, you wouldn't have. He would have, I think, 3 fresh softs. Yeah. He didn't do any laps.
He didn't set a time at all.
Amazing. All the strategy options. He can pit again if he wants to.
And again.
Before he wants to. Yeah.
So Morvat is going to be in an interesting position because as we go on to the fight, it's going to be going on to lap 24, end of 23, or maybe end of 22. But there's going to be like.
Now it's really interesting because it's all jumbled up.
Yeah.
Like, we've got Morvat and Pubdog still up there. Kuko is in 6th with a penalty as well. Berman down in 11th. Like, the guys on the old hards are really spread out. Some of them have held on to positions quite nicely because Berman got assassinated at turn 1 by Coldmatic.
Yeah. I'm surprised that... I'm very surprised Berman did it. Because it would have cost him 2 positions from much, much better tyres.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're not in the points anyway. You're on old tyres, you're not really going to have the chance to pass a lot of people with that tyre. I would have just pit.
Yeah.
Because he has nothing to lose, but yeah, he stayed out. He might just pit this lap as well. Like I would have just pit last lap. That would have been better. But I think he's still better off pitting now than staying out, and he agrees.
He's going to pit.
So he's changed his mind.
He's
speed.
Oh no, he's
have a tyre. Yeah, he didn't even try. So that's interesting though. I mean, with 3 laps to go on a safety car, you might as well keep going, I feel like. And there's a bit of... what's Scooby-Doo doing?
I don't know, just seeing, like, position changing and...
Yeah, like, I think Scooby-Doo just accidentally overtook people.
I don't
and
know.
now to let them back through. Yeah.
It's either going to be an end of this lap or end of next. Probably end of this lap.
End of this, well, before caught up. No reason to stay out more than 2 laps then.
Yeah, so then it's going to be lap 23, 24 and lap 25. So there's 3 to go.
I said before the first restart that they would be holding on much better than I thought they would. They actually got past way easier than I expected them to.
Yeah.
And Aussie is in a great spot now on the better mediums.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 laps on them, but I think 5 of them are safety car running, so...
Yeah, there was one racing lap.
Yeah, well, almost one.
Oh, Morbid just crashed!
Oh my god, Morbid has crashed.
Morbid. Right. We might need a word after that one.
And he's lost most of the wing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How
has he done that?
Well, he's weaving, obviously. Mihai,
there's penalties for people who passed him, 10 seconds, but I mean, those will all be removed.
Yeah.
For, I think it was Viral, Sully, Mihai and Kuko. No, Mihai, Kuko and Sully. Basically, Morbid caused the yellow flag, so you're definitely allowed to overtake him.
Well, it's because it was on the safety car, but...
Yeah, but he's literally just crashed.
Yeah.
What I meant to
Oh,
stop.
Aussie has damage.
No, did he get collected by Morbid?
I don't know, he's got very slight end plate damage, right-hand side. Safety car's in this lap, I think.
Now it's a safety car for me rather than virtual.
Yeah, now it's realised it's a safety car when it's coming in. Look, right-hand side, Aussie's got damage.
Yeah, true, a bit of damage on Aussie's car, but he still has an advantage,
He's got a big
I would say.
tyre
Still
advantage over
great
Pub
chance
Dog.
to win.
Yeah, he's still in a great
the tyre
chance.
advantage will be bigger than the wing damage, and Viral is a penalty, so he's still in a great spot to win this race.
And Aussie accelerates
And he's
away for the safety car restart. Pub Dog in second place now on those old hard tyres. He's going to want to try and challenge as best he can, but he's going to be so much slower through every single corner. Aussie, with a good restart, gets some very comfortable margin by the time they get through turns 1, 2, 3, and now 4. Viral on the back of Pub Dog. He might want to try and challenge for that position. Mihai is in a great position here as well to pick up essentially a second place if things go his way. But this stage car restart a lot more tame as mostly just moves slower
Well, it
down
happened
the
under
field.
safety car already,
Morbat
the instance.
Yeah, Morbat losing a ton of places. He's now down to last, having spun under safety car and lost his wing. Gabriel Flavors going side by side through the middle sector. Gabriel moves up into 11th place with a big old tyre advantage, doing wonders for him. Phantom gets ahead of Lux Apex to move up into 9th place. As we go towards the strip, it's a 7/10 advantage for Aussie right now, and if he can hold it at that to a car behind with a massive tyre deficit, that's pretty much perfect. 8.5 as they actually start going on the strip. He's got a lot less battery, so that's going to cost him a little bit, but probably not too much. He's not going to, break the 1 second, but pretty decent from Aussie so far. There's slipstreaming there, but in the background that's Sully wanting to challenge Kuko, who's lost 1.3 seconds to Mihai ahead of him. Viral goes up the inside of Pub Dog, up into second place, gets the overtake mode as well, and sets his sights on Aussie. But it's a slide coming out to the final corner, and that invites Pub Dog through, and potentially Mihai as well as they head in towards turn 1. Mihai goes to the inside. Are they going to go either side of Pub Dog again? Coming into turn 1. Viral on the outside. Can he get that move? Is he going to have enough grip? Surely with a tyre advantage.
And
But look at
through goes
Mihai sneaking his way through. On the inside, turns into the outside for turns 3 and 4. Gets that place. Maybe now can challenge for the win. Kuko spinning into the wall in the background as they come out of turn 4. That's his race.
Keep an eye on Phantom,
pretty much
by the way.
over.
Up to 7th already.
Yeah, Phantom up
Still
to
1.5 laps to go. He could definitely challenge for the podium.
Yeah, with the time bounties as well. Obviously, the 10 seconds aren't going to stay, but the 3 for Viral, potentially he can get himself right up there in the mix, as that's Kuko off again. His race is firmly over now. But Mihai is all over the back of Aussie and really is in the fight for this race win. Viral in 3rd place probably is out of it because of that penalty. It's really the top 2 in the fight. And
D3
Mihai,
didn't show up yesterday, but today Aussie, Mihai and Viral.
and there goes Mihai straight away. Is that
Mihai
Aussie?
into the Grand Prix.
Is that Aussie
Aussie's-
trying to get the back,
No, look at
to
his
get the
battery.
overtake mode for the last lap? He's got nothing left. Here comes Viral
He's
as
not
well.
saving anything for the last lap. Here comes Viral. And that is almost surely going to be the win for Mihai, because Aussie has just lost the position to Viral. And now you have to try and pass 2 cars in 1
But
lap.
he does have the overtake mode, is the crucial difference. Viral has it on Mihai, but he's not going to be nearly close enough to do anything on this run. So maybe... I mean, it's really, I don't see a way that Mihai doesn't win this at this point, but it's on to the final lap. 1.3 seconds is his gap over Rossi. Viral in 2nd place has that penalty. Phantom getting up into P6, getting ahead of Sully, and now... getting ahead of D-Stream. Now sets his sights on Sully and Pub Dog. Gets a better run than Sully out of the corner. Is he going to be able to think about that
The battery's
inside
empty.
line? Well, he's gonna lift and
Oh,
goes.
what
He
a
doesn't
send!
lift quite as much as Sully did. He takes the inside line and moves up into 5th place, or does he? Because Sully has a bit more to use here. Aussie now under pressure from Pubdog, as he's got no battery at all. Even still, does Aussie. It looks like Viral might end up. Oh no! As I say that, he goes sliding. Touches the wall, and now loses a 1 second to Mihai, who surely there is absolutely no way that Mihai doesn't win this now. As D-Stream gets
Phantom's battery is
ahead
almost completely empty.
of
He's still
Phantom.
a good chance away there.
There's contact between D-Stream and Phantom that puts Phantom off for the run down onto the strip. Sully, Pubdog and Aussie all fighting there for that 3rd place. Sully gets the run. Pubdog's in 3rd place at the moment, but here comes Sully. He's not quite going to have enough, as at this stage maybe he can get the
There's
exit
still one
to
straight
challenge.
to go.
Yes, there's still the final straight to go. Pubdog, sorry, goes deep. Coming into the final chicane. Does Sully get the run required to challenge him? But Mihai out front has taken the opportunity. And with that 10 seconds,
And
he
there
crosses
goes
the line to
Pubdog
win.
spiraled onto the line.
It's 3-1 across the line. It's Aussie gets second. I don't know with the penalties.
Yeah, the results are all messed up.
Yeah.
On the day, it's Pubdog, then Aussie, then D-Stream, Bazooka, Phantom, Viral, Gabri, Lux, Apex Flavors, then Mihai, then Sully, Cold Magic, Scooby, Kuko in 14th, and then finally Morbid in 15th. But that's going to
Mihai
be
won that
completely
race.
jumbled up. I mean, if the penalties... it doesn't say anymore who had the penalties. Mihai had one, obviously. Mihai is the race winner.
Well, you could
we can
just
be very
look at the
comfortable
gap.
that Sully
and the
had a
ones that are
penalty.
over 10 seconds. Yeah, Sully had a 10. Mihai had a 10.
Who else had one?
I don't know. I think...
Was those two and...
Mate,
Was
I don't
Kuko
know.
maybe?
Yeah, Kuko got the 10, yeah.
Okay, so obviously, okay, those, so yeah, you can knock 10 seconds off Mihai and Sully's time, and then we have the results again.
Yeah. But, so I think it's...
I mean, obviously the stewards have to confirm that, but
There's
I mean,
no way the penalty standing.
yeah, there's no way to stay.
Mihai first, then it's Aussie, then D-Stream, then... Oh no, Pubdog... Where's Pubdog gone? Oh no, he's first. Okay, I'm blind.
He won.
Yeah, okay. So,
So
it's Mihai,
it's-
then Pubdog, then Aussie, then D-Stream, then Bazooka, then Phantom, then Sully?
I don't
I
see the
think.
penalty. So,
Sully's...
uh,
no, Sully's like...
no, Sully
Sully's
will
right-
be literally
Sully's-
right behind Pubdog.
Yeah.
It's Mihai, Pubdog, Sully the top three,
Then Aussie...
and then Aussie
then everyone
4th,
else.
D-Stream 5th, Bazooka 6th, Phantom 7th, Viral 8th, Gary 9th, and Lux Apex 10th. That's
Man,
our point scores today.
I have... Yeah.
Plus a Morbid for the fastest lap.
Yeah.
God, what a race.
Yeah, that was something. Those
It's
last
also
few
the
laps.
second time that Pubdog will lose a race at Vegas in Division 2 in the stewards room. Well, who knows, but we know. He already, I think it was last season when he won the race on track and got a penalty for incident with Sean. Was it 2 seasons? It was definitely last game. And then Viral got the win in the end.
Oh yeah, because
Oh.
he didn't do Division 1, and he could have had the clean sweep of 3 wins.
Yeah,
because of
true.
the
Viral
divisions.
won Vegas D3, then Vegas D2, and then didn't do Division 1. Well,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have won, but who knows? I mean, we just did see Mihai win Division 2, so I guess anything is possible.
Yeah.
It's also a huge swing in the championship fight. I mean, honestly, Pubdog with a mega drive after that safety car. I mean, the whole race we did in the fight for the win, but he was the only one of that top 5 group. Well, Berman not really due to his own fault. Who stayed in that position, who stayed in that fight for the win. And Pubdog brought home a 3rd place finish, which is a 14-point swing over Gabi today. Brings the gap down from... we never had the Netherlands standings posted. Was it after Netherlands?
I don't
It was
know, I wasn't
24
there.
before Netherlands.
I wasn't there, I don't know.
Well, regardless, he brings the gap down by 14 points, so it's a good advantage
Yeah.
today from Pubdog over Gabri, and the championship fight definitely staying alive.
Joe doesn't
because
get
next
to get
week-
in as well. So,
We're going to Australia for the sprint race,
oof.
so Gabri's going to be starting in dead last.
Yeah.
It could definitely be another interesting race and another big opportunity for points gains in the championship fight.
Yeah. Anything could really happen in an Australia sprint. just because of the nature of the track. So they were 3 wide across the line. I think it was Sully, then Pubdog, then Viral, was it? I don't know. But Viral had a 3 seconds, so I don't know. So where he actually crossed the line doesn't matter. So I don't know. Like, what happened to Morbat, man? Like,
he crashed on his own under safety car. That's what happened.
Would Morbat like have? No, Morbat probably would have been around where Pubdog was, so if he didn't do that, maybe ahead because he was, he was leading. I have, no word for those last few laps. Really, that was. Hopefully, Division 1 can deliver the same, and hopefully, I could be the Mihai. And I think that's basically what anyone would say when they, like, hopefully it's an entertaining race and I win.
Hopefully I can fight for the win on my own merit and don't need a fucking Fugazi safety car and half the field crashing.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Maybe you can hope it's like Division 3 and you're the Dylan who does.
Exactly, that's where I want to be.
Wait, that was something. Just trying to process that. Like, from the first safety car restart onwards, like, it just became a war. And not many survived.
God, just what a race, man. That was absolutely crazy. I mean, Aussie, by the way, what a bottle.
Aussie had the damage.
He had it in the bag, and then he dropped to 5th.
He had the damage though, but yeah.
But come on, his battery management was so bad. What was that? Start like Las Vegas, fight with like 8 people in the lead train, and you start lap 25 on 0%.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? You have to leave some battery for the end.
That's something. And that was fun. If that's not a great reason why you should be watching Division 2 every week, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I mean, that is what Division 2 is all about.
Yeah. It's exactly what Division 2 is about. It's just the random chaos. That was fun. And yeah, standings update, not a clue. Final results, also not really a clue. We can try and piece it together, but
I think it's me, Pubdog.
Oh, Mihai spawned in.
Aussie. Or he's still alive?
No clue. Felix died when you joined. You scared?
No, I'm still here. What do you mean no clue to me? You are the man live. You should know if we're still alive.
What?
These aren't. I checked.
When did I say I have no clue if we're still alive? What? Did I say that?
I asked if you were still alive, and you went, I don't know.
Are we still alive?
Yeah.
No, you aren't.
I mean, you never did the outro, so I assumed we were, but...
Yeah, I...
Could have just been talking to the void.
Yeah, no, we've just been talking to absolutely no one for the last 20 minutes. We
the last 20 minutes, they missed the race. That's
yeah, we were
unfortunate.
never
That
live
was
in
a
the
great
first place,
race.
actually. Didn't win the race.
Yeah, well, okay, Mia, your race win doesn't count. Didn't happen. No one saw it.
Yeah, no. It can't have been.
Right, I don't have anything more to say, really. I think we've said all the things to be said.
What happened to Morbat? Did he get spun?
He spun.
No, he spun. He just spun.
He put it in the wall. Like
So I remember passing him and I saw that guy on the way go overtake, so I looked behind me and he was already 10 places back.
Yeah. No, he just spun into the wall. And then there was chaos because people were trying to give it back and other people just went and got the 10 and yeah.
I've never been so stressed of having Coco or Sully behind me. They are the most aggressive people on safety cars. Every single time I checked, they were inside of my car.
Just don't let them in your car then. But I mean, yeah. I think that's all we really got for the stream tonight. I don't think there's much more to add, other than hopefully Division 1. I mean, we've been on this, upwards trajectory. Division 2 is better than 3, so Division 1's going to be even better, right?
It's gonna take some beating, but I hope it's gonna be very boring, and I just run away with it.
Do we have
That's my
commentary
real
for
scenario.
Division 1?
Actually, even better. I win by 30 seconds, and it's still the best race of the season. Because the fight for P2 is just that crazy.
Yeah, right. Or like, I don't know, what was like, you could contribute to make it the best race of the season. You're
By
leading by
winning,
30
yes.
seconds, and then you put it in the wall, bring out a safety car, and still win the race. Just do a side quest.
Why would I do that? Why would I not just win?
Why not?
We get style points on the championship standings.
Something like that. Or it's just like, you want the races to be interesting, because it's in your best interest to have interesting races. As the league owner, not as the selfish driver that wants to win. When you think about it.
I don't think about it, I just drive.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's it. Let's end the stream here. I think we are talking in circles.
Yeah,
on.
a bit.
The stream ended a while ago.
Is it?
Yet. No, I'm still up.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, still up.
Right.
Whenever I checked the YouTube, it said it ended.
Well, on my end, it very much, there's a stop streaming button right in front of me.